Hello everyone, welcome to MOE'S CD Culture Show and Tell. On this episode, I have a little bit of a backstory on this band, of how I discovered this band. I knew somebody when I was living in Montreal, when I, pretty much from the first week when I first moved up there, I had met someone who, was interesting. He had an interesting look. He was in the hallway mopping the floor of this place I was staying in at the time, and I made the stupid mistake of talking to him. Now, this is a small part of a larger story, which I will be getting into in my Mo stories. Probably tomorrow, I might make a video talking about that. But anyway, just say that this guy that I had met, and I don't want to say his name. I'll call him the Goof because he knows it would bug the crap out of him. He hates being called that, but he deserves it. I mean, I sorta, kinda, he forced his friendship on me, so he's sort of, I still think of him every now and then. He tormented me for a while, but he inadvertently introduced me to this band, and this band, it was from, okay, what he would do, he would go and break into cars, okay? He would go around, breaking into cars. I'm not around when he does this, I'm doing all, but he would come over after, and he would see me, and he would break in cars where he sees money in the glove compartment, or in the thing in the side of the dashboard, like where the stick shift is, when he sees change in that. But every now and then he'll steal big packet things of CDs, like without covers or cases in that. I mean, that's how I discovered this Bell and Sebastian. It was from the boy with the the boy with the Arab strap CD. It was when it was just the CD. But this, in the very same case, there was a mixed CD, like a burnt CD, and it didn't really say what was on it. It had the list on, written on the CD, the list of all the songs that was on it. And I later figured out that it was some stuff from Skinny Puppy, and most of it was from this band, which if you clicked on the thumbnail, you should know it's OhGr. We're gonna start with this one here, which is called Welt. Okay, and one thing when you start listening to this band, well, anyway, they had some great stuff on that burnt CD that I inadvertently got when my buddy, the Goof, gave me that that case of, yeah. But that CD in particular, especially the OhGr stuff, and even that Skinny Puppy stuff, and I need to get Skinny Puppy. I don't have any Skinny Puppy, but I need to get Skinny Puppy. But yeah, it had stuff from this and the next album. I think it was, yeah, it had a few songs from both the first two albums I'm going to show you here, but we'll start with Welt because it starts off with Water. My favorite song, Devil, the second song, it's called Devil. I'll show you the back cover. Yeah, there's Water, Devil, Kettle, Earthworm, Lucid, Pour, Chaos, Cracker. Oh, no, sorry. Cracker, Devil and Cracker, they're pretty much tied for my favorite song. They can switch, and those are definitely my two favorite songs. Yeah, Devil and Cracker. I love those. Their solo, Sleep, Sleep. You get it? Suhleap, Sleep. And Minus. This whole album is just good. It's to describe the genre of music. It's like I don't know, kind of industrial type. I really love it. So it's OhGr, OhGr, and that is pretty much the name of the singer. I don't think it's his real name, but when you start looking at the, especially with the covers and the even the songs in itself, you get an anti. They're so against animal abuse. They love animals, and it pretty much shows in their concept art. It is a little gruesome, but yeah, that's pretty chilling. When you open it and look at the inside, the CD there, yeah, it's really interesting. I think everybody should check this out. Now, the next album, because this was the first album, and pretty much I got them in chronological order. This was the first album I got. That's the first album I think they have. I'm not sure if I know there is one in particular I am missing, and I want to get it, and I'll get to that when the time comes. But yeah, let's start with Sunny Psyop. And Sunny Psyop, another OhGr awesomeness. I really like this. It starts off strong with High Low, but again, my favorite song is that second track with Magic. Yeah, that is really good. Then there's Jacko, Chemtrail, which is really cool. And my second favorite song on the album is Watergate. Then there's. What is that? What does that say? I can't. Dog. Yeah, sorry. Dog. D-O-G. Yeah. Dog, which is another one of my favorite songs on there. I really like that. Then there's Eye of Now. Eye of Now. Shite. Sorry for the swearing. Then there's Sunburn. And then there's End Day. And if you have a enhanced CD thing on your computer, you can play the video for Magic. Yeah, there is a video for Magic. You could probably find that on YouTube somewhere. Anyway, again, I still think this is a really strong album from OhGr. I really love it. Again, like I said, for me the highlights is Magic, Chemtrail, Watergate, and Dog. Those four in particular, especially Magic. Yeah, I really love that. Great lyrics, you know. We all believe that the magic is in you, 'cause there's. Yeah, I don't want to go into it, but yeah, such great lyrics. I love his lyrics. I like his voice. I like the arrangements, and it's so wacky. But there was something when we got to this one, which is in the thumbnail. Devil in My Details. And I really I remember the first time I played this. It was so, I mean, it's familiar. It sounded like OhGr, but it was so different than these two. The way this album flows, the whole arrangement of it, the like, and the it's like my most thought after lyrics that I want to get. Like if I want to try to get the full real actual lyrics to this. And oddly enough, when I was searching for lyrics online for this, I saw an article that had said that this album in particular at the time was the most searched lyrics for any album out there. So yeah, like because people want to know what what really is those lyrics. Because I really I really love this album, and anybody who doesn't know OhGr, you know, with the devil in my detail, the DIMD, you know, and when I think of devil in my details, because when it makes it sound like Devil in My Details is not just not the name of the album, but it's another band that's with OhGr. It's OhGr and Devil in My Detail. But no, I think that is the actual name of the album. Yeah, it's a pretty good one. But it starts off strong with a song called Shh. And it started with that drum. It starts off really strong with that. But then there's Eye Candy. Then there's 3, which is probably my favorite song on the album. There's Feeling Chicken, Pepper, D Angel. D Angel's really cool. It's a weird album. It is much more weirder and not as straightforward and as commercial as the first 2 I showed you. This is but I still remember the first time I put that on and I heard that for the first time. It just like, what am I listening to? It's just so enthralling, and I still love putting this on. I put this on a lot actually at the time. Oh, I haven't played it in a little while, but I gotta play it again. Every now and then, yeah. I did play this quite a bit. Then after D Angel, there's Psycho Real. There's White Van, which is really good. I really like White Van. And it's then there's Time Bomb, Smog Harp, and the last song Witness. And it keeps swapping back and forth between multiple songs of which one is my favorite song, because this whole thing is not too long of an album, but I could put this on and I like, how you get those certain albums where it's not just a collection of songs, but these songs they flow into each other. They're like there is, I mean, when you're listening, when you can skip over, and each song has a beginning and has an end to it. But when you put the album on as as a flow, you you would, if you ask somebody, okay, now tell me where you think, just by listening to it, where you think a song ends and the next song starts. You'd be kind of hard pressed to say, well, I think it might have ended here or this song started there, because it all it has such a yeah. This got into my head. This album here more so than the first 2, and I love putting on the first 2, because they have those a very unique sound that I just can't get anywhere else. I love it, and this one here, it just beats the cake. It's 2 thumbs up. Now there's another album I want. I think it's called Tricky. I don't have it of them, but I do want it. I played it several times on YouTube and that here and there. And I really liked it. But then I did actually get this one, which I've been playing this one more often. Like before, it was this, because it's still my favorite one. I think it's still my favorite OhGr album. I think this is phenomenal. I think it's a very very underrated masterpiece. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. But this next one, I really like this, and I play it, and it has a really interesting feature that I just have to point out too. Okay, when you go through the song list. Now it's called Undeveloped, right? Now, when you play it, okay, the track number 1 and number 2 are listed both as one track. As, cause it's super. I don't have my magnifying glass. I don't know where it is. I lost it somewhere, and I need to find it badly. I'm really missing it when I don't have it, or I'm gonna have to buy on my next check. I'm gonna have to buy a new one. But the first okay, when you put on the album, yeah, it's called Undeveloped. That's the cover of it. There's the back cover. Now it says, okay, you put it on as 101, and then you got the Crash, and then Pissage. The first 3 songs. Now the way it's labeled, okay, it's kind of hard to explain. The first 2 tracks is the first song. Like, it's only one title for the first 2 tracks. And then Crash, there's again 2 songs, 2 separate tracks for the second song. So by the time you get to track number 5, which is this third title on the album, Pissage, okay? Pissage is the 5th track. The first 2 tracks is is just one title, and then track 3 and 4 is both one title, a single title. So yeah, you get 101, which is track 1 and 2. Then you get Crash, which is track 3 and 4, and then you start with 5 with Pissage, and all the rest goes in order. Then you got Come Down, Typer, Screw Me. I really like Screw Me. Bellow, yeah. Hollow, Tragic with a K at the end, Tragic. Then there's Animist and the Nitwits. And I've been liking this more and more. Every time I play this, it gets better and better. I liked it the first time I played it. I mean, it didn't grab me as hard as this did, but it's turning out to be probably my second favorite OhGr album, because I think it's just so much more, do I say, mature than what came before. And yeah, I really love OhGr. Now, OhGr has a small, tiny connection to the next group I'm going to be presenting in my next episode of Most CD Culture Show and Tell. So it's going to be a 5-parter, and it's the most extensive collection that I have. It's the most CDs of a single band that I own. So I could have did it in like 6 chapters, but I'm going to cram it into 5 chapters, so each chapter might be a little longer than the normal. I don't try to get it over 20 minutes, as you can see down below here. It's like it's almost 20 minutes now on this one. So I'm going to wrap it up. So I'm just going to start saying, everybody have a good night, day, evening, wherever you may be. Be safe. I will see you on the flip side. Take care. Have a good one, everyone. And don't forget to like and comment on these videos. That would be great. But you can also right here you can subscribe. Check out my playlist of Most CD Culture Show and Tell, and check out what's next. Have a good one, everybody. Later. And bye.